Hello, my friends. I'm Dipanjali Arora. Welcome to my YouTube channel. Have you ever been bothered by questions like, what's my purpose in this lifetime? What's my karma? What should be my path? What's the right way to be? What am I doing here? That's the predominant theme of this reading, and that's what we are going to figure out. Uh, we are going to find what is the life purpose and what's the karmic path for each and every one of us, and how best to be on that path, right? Once we know this is our karma, this is our path, and this is our purpose, then it becomes easier. Maybe certain confusions are lifted and things become easier. So that's the whole point, why I'm doing this pick a card reading. So as usual, there are five, not as usual. Normally I keep 3 or 4 piles, but this time I've chosen to keep 5 different piles. This is pile number 1. This is pile number 2, pile number 3, pile number 4, and pile number 5. As usual, choose according to your intuition. Do not overthink. I'll show you the stones I have kept on each and every pile. So if it helps you make a choice. So I'll show you all these crystals closely. This is for pile number 1. Yeah, this is visible now. Pile number 1. This is for pile number 2. This is purple and this is red in color. This is pink in color for pile number 3. If the color helps you, the image on the stone helps you, or the numbers help you. This is green in color, pile number 4. And this is pile number 5. So my dear, do not overthink. Choose what comes to you instinctively at first go. That is your pile. And if you need more time, please pause the video. And remember, this is a general reading. So everything which I see in here might not resonate. So take what resonates and leave the rest. And if you want a personal consultation done, then my details are mentioned in the description below. And also the timestamps for each and every pile is mentioned in the description below so that you can directly go to your own timestamp. Right, so let's begin with pile number 1. Chose group number 1. This is your reading, whosoever chose this stone. So let me keep it here. So these are the tarot cards. First, we'll look into the tarot cards and then we'll go on with towards the oracle cards. So today we are trying to figure what is your karmic path? What is your life purpose? Why things are happening the way they are happening in your life? So if you have any such questions, queries, and doubts, today we are trying to find the answer to those things, like why they are happening. So let's begin. Begin with the Justice card, Ace of Wands, 5 of Swords, Page of Wands. I hope they are all visible to you. Let me keep them like this. Yes. Oh, another Ace, Ace of Swords. Another Ace, we have Ace of Cups. And then we have Knight of Cups. Interesting. So it's very rare to get a reading where there are so many aces. So you can see there are 3 aces in your reading. There is Ace of Wands, Ace of Cups, and Ace of Swords. And also the Knight of Wands, a Page of Wands is a energy of beginning something, right? So straight away I can say, all those who have chosen this pile, you are in a constant process of beginning new things. You are from one project to the next. It's always like next, what's coming up next. It could also be that you have very your patience is less, or or things just get over. So once they are over, you move on to the next thing. So when I see all these aces, I only hear one word and it says next. So You keep shifting, you keep moving from one project to another. You start with a lot of passion, you do things with a lot of love, and you also put a lot of intellect into it with the Ace of Swords. So there's a lot of intelligence, there's a lot of passion, and there is a lot of love, and you have lots to give to the world. So that's one thing which I can see very clearly. And also I feel many of you who have drawn this pile, uh, you have been dealing with a lot of conflicts. So when I see Justice and the Five of Swords together, so it tells me that you have been dealing with a lot of conflicts, in your personal life. Also, it could be that you are yourself in the legal system. You could be a lawyer, you could be a judge, you could be in some form of any form of a government official, wherein you have to make very important decisions and choices, because justice is a karmic card itself, and it's about creating balance. So you need to figure out the balance in things, and you need to figure out what is the best way to move forward, also with so many aces and with the page of wands as well. So there's a lot of energy, there's a lot of enthusiasm I see that you have in your life in general, but you are faced with a lot of conflicts, and you have to figure your way around those conflicts. You have to figure out how you can do what best you can do in a situation, as in with the Five of Swords is basically a no-win situation. Whenever we see these cards, I mean, I all I hear is no-win situation. So when you are in a no-win situation, then how do you handle a conflict? You have to handle it with a lot of love. So you have a lot of charm, you have a lot of passion, and you have a lot of, or you need, or that is what you need to incorporate in your life, my friends. You cannot be facing your obstacles with by using force or by using drama. You need to face your obstacles with a lot of compassion and a lot of love. So that is your karmic path. That is what your life is teaching you, how to grow above the obstacles and how to have new beginnings. So if you could be somebody, I feel that who have who feels that why I need to keep on starting new projects, but that's your karmic path. You have to, in this lifetime, you will be doing multiple things, you will be starting multiple things, right? Because there are so many aces here that I see. So you are definitely going to begin multiple things. You have to learn how to balance your ego as well with all these cards, how to bring compassion into the situation, and how to balance ego, because our reading began with the Justice card. So there is, and also it could be that you are a beacon for people in trouble. You are somebody, people come to you, come for guidance, for getting new, for someone who is able to give them solutions which could be out of the box. So if you're wondering why so many people with problems are attracted towards you, now you know. This is what you're supposed to be doing. You're supposed to be helping people find a way. And the way has to be full of compassion, right? So your way of finding solutions is full of compassion. And as I said, when I see the spread and I see all of them, or many of you could be also in some form of the other working in the legal system, or even if you are not directly, a lawyer or a judge or in police, but you might be dealing with these, you might be helping people deal with these kind of situations in their life. So that's also, you might be having a regular 9 to 5 job, but you have to do something on the side. So this is all happening in your life. And yes, helping others is what you need to do, and you need to do it with a lot of love and a lot of understanding. That's what the tarot is telling me. What else? And as I said earlier, there are many new projects, my dear friends, that you'll be beginning. There are many new beginnings happening in your life. Yeah. All right, now let's see what the oracle cards have to tell us. So I'm going to use this past life tarot cards, oracle cards from Doreen Virtue. They can give us some insight about where you're coming from. So see what resonates in this for you. So this says Greco-Roman. So this directly means that maybe you feel some connection with Italian or Roman, Italian or Greek cultures. Maybe that you in your one of your lifetimes, that is where you were born, and there is some kind of a understanding that you will get out by learning the history or culture of these places. And it might you might already and you might be drawn towards these places. You might be drawn towards Europe for no reason. You might just get a feeling of deja vu if you've ever been there personally, or if you're ever reading about it. Sometimes we see photographs and we have the sense of deja vu, and if you're having it, that means it is because you've been there. There has been a past lifetime for you that you were there. And if you if you try to know more about their culture, it will also help you in your present life, because past never dies, right? It always stays with us. So that's what the past life tarot is telling us about your karmic path. Now let's see. We have the rhino animal spirit, which has come up upside down. Awesome. So this is in keeping with what I'm saying. When the rhino spirit comes straight up, it says face the challenges head on. But when it comes upside down, it basically says that there is maybe a different way of dealing with the situation, which we have been seeing in your tarot cards as well. So that's your path. You have to figure out a different way of dealing with a difficult situation. That's what you have been doing, and that's what you are here to help people realize and understand that there are fighting is not the only solution. There could be other ways. So that's what the rhino spirit says when it comes upside down. Now let's see. This is the power of love tarot card, and it says integrity. Beautiful. You demonstrate the truth and honesty of your soul and manifest love with every action. So again, this card is also saying that you have to be very compassionate. And when we get integrity, it basically means you need to walk the talk. It creates a sense of wholeness. It creates a sense of centeredness. So you are a person, my dear group number one, or you need to develop this skill in you, that even around chaos, even around a lot of change, your heart is silent. You are not shaken. Change doesn't shake you, it keeps you centered. So that's what this card of integrity says. And I do feel there is a lot of change in your life with so many aces, so many new beginnings, so many things shifting. Could be chaotic, but for you, if even if you are not there yet, but you will be at a place where it will stop bothering you. You will come to a place of peace in your own personal space. So that's what this card is telling us. Now let's see. This is the Akashic Tarot. It says Four of Roses, views of the ego. Again, it's the same theme repeated. If you see this man, he is looking at the mirror. There are three people standing, and this man is, the reflection from the mirror is very arrogant. If you can, I hope you can make it out. It is reflecting an arrogant person. So you need to figure out and remove this arrogance from your life, whether it's in your own personality or if it's in the people around you. So with this is what is resonating with Five of Swords. It says no-win situation. If if you cannot you cannot be fighting things head on, and you need to cut your losses. So this is what this card is also saying: cut your losses. So you will know when to quit. And also with the rhino spirit, that's the theme. So you will know when to quit, and that is one of your very strong pursuits. That's one of your biggest strength. Not to pursue a problem to an extent that it overpowers you and overshadows you and takes over your life. No, you will know when to quit. That's what the cards are telling me. And the lastly, we have wisdom of the oracle. It says all that glitters. So you will encounter situations, people, or even your own self, wherein the attraction is towards towards big cars, towards jewelry, towards big houses, towards the things which are like a show off, which make us feel that the person is at a higher status in life. But that's not the truth, is it? All that glitters is not gold. So your purpose in this lifetime is to go beyond these outside masks, these outside facades which people wear, and look into the reality of the situation, look into the depth. As I said earlier, there is a lot of compassion which you have right now, or you're going to cultivate in your life with this card and the card of integrity. This talks about a lot of compassion and understanding and learning. Compassion towards others is one thing. Also, we need to be compassionate about ourselves. So that's what is your karmic path, my dear group number one. Learning the truth, accepting change, being calm in the face of chaos because things around you will shift, and knowing when to quit, and looking at people without a facade and not wearing one yourself. That is your karmic path. All right. I hope the reading resonated. I hope you found something useful in the reading. Please remember to like, share, and subscribe to my channel. And also know that that's the best way to encourage free readings on the YouTube. So please go ahead and press that like button and the subscribe button. Thank you for your time. Let's move on to group number 2. So all those who all those who chose group number 2, this is your reading. This is the stone that you have chosen. So I'll keep it here where you can see it. So first we are going to look into your tarot cards to find out what is your karmic path, or what is the purpose of this lifetime. What is it that is your strength, and what is it that you're fighting with, and why that is happening. So let's find answers to these questions. I'll see the tarot cards, and then we will look into your oracle cards towards the end of the reading, right? So your reading begins with lovely King of Cups. We have 4 of Cups, 8 of Wands. Okay. Let me keep it where you can see it. High Priestess, 5 of Pentacles. I guess this is the reading where while I was shuffling, the maximum number of cards fell out. 7 of Cups. So I've taken all of them. Strength. And we have Page of Swords. All right. Beautiful. So what I can say at the onset is that all those who have chosen this pile are extremely creative people. You're extremely creative, and you're very, you're also very powerful psychics. I feel you are in touch with your inner intuition, with your inner self, and that's what is your journey all about, to grow your instinctive and your intuitive gifts. So why I'm saying it is because we have the King of Cups. He's a very intuitive person himself. We have the High Priestess. We also have the Strength card. So these are the cards of self-growth and self-development. So your purpose, my dear group number 2, is to work on your own intuitive self. And I will not be surprised if people watching this are interested in, occult, interested in astrology, tarot, numerology, or any form of healing. You could be very good healers, and that's also one of your karmic path. That's also one of the things that you have to be doing. And while you are at it, you need to reach out to maximum number of people. With the 8 of Wands and the Page of Swords, I feel, especially for you, my dear group number 2, maybe you should start using the power of social media to put your thoughts across, and to talk to people and to connect with maximum number of people, because you do have a lot of ability to help people in distress. You see, you have a lot of ability to help people who are confused, and also help people who are in some sort of distress. So that's what, and who feel, and also I think this card also suggests that I feel you are into daydreaming a lot and looking at various options in life. And but when these cards combine together, it also shows of a person who has a lot, who is extremely creative, can look at reality from a different angle. You have the ability to look at things from a different perspective and a different angle, and that's one of your very strong strengths. And Also, this kind of an attitude and this kind of a psychic makeup makes you feel like an outsider with the Five of Pentacles. And and also for some of you, because with this, for some of you, I think most of you might feel that you do not fit in with your regular friend circle or with your family, with your uh, so I also feel that when I look at the cards, it makes me feel that in your heart you don't feel like you belong. That lack of belonging is there in your circumstances, which is also your karmic path, and you need to figure out or find a way why that is happening. And for that you need to look deep into your own psyche. You need to use the power of the high priestess. And also that will, once you have that, that will give you a lot of strength. Now if you see, this woman is holding the lion by his this maiden is holding the lion by his face, and she is fearless. So this kind of fearlessness is what you need to inculcate in your life. And you are fearless, not on the face of it, but in your heart you are a very strong, fearless person. That also is coming out, even though you might be confused, or you might feel like an outsider, you might feel things what you want is sometimes not what you get. That feeling, that satisfaction works hand in hand, I feel, with you, my dear group number 2. But again, I will say you are very creative and highly psychic. That's your USP, that's your uniqueness. And also I feel with the King of Cups, you are also one of those people who cannot work for money, right? You cannot work for money. You can only work at things which are close to your heart, which inspire you. You look for inspiration in your work. That is why maybe sometimes money doesn't come to you easily. Sometimes you feel that you are not getting what is your worth, but that's all right. But you will always do things which are close to your heart, and that would lead to your own personal growth as well. And also, when I see the King of Cups, I feel that many of you who are watching, love to work from your own home. And not because of the pandemic which has happened. I think this is the general state of being. You are one of those people who will be very happy working from your own personal space. Even if you have an office, you would like to put personal effects in that office. You want to own that place, make it your own, where you're comfortable. You don't like a very uh, sharp-edged or a clear-cut corporate setup. You don't like it. You like to feel warm, rather than you rather than have some sharp edges around you. You look for warmth in your surroundings. That's one of the things which is coming up. Also, as I said, again I'm going to say, you have the ability, my dear friends, to help a lot of people, but you have to reach out to them. And that's another message which is coming out very clearly, that you need to reach out and you need to share your gifts with the world, which you are not maybe doing as of now, or maybe you have decided to start doing it. But that's one of the things which you need to do, one of the things which will happen eventually in your life. Right, now let's see what the oracle cards have to tell us. So first we are going to look at the past life tarot from Doreen Virtue. This might put some insight into why things are the way they are, or might just give some idea to one of you who's watching. So it says leaving or travel. Can you see it? Yeah, leaving or travel. So maybe in your past life, my friends, you have been like a nomad. You have not put your roots in one place, and you have been traveling a lot. You've been moving places a lot, maybe shifting from partners as well, but you have not been stable or steady in one place. That is why maybe there is a feeling of being like an outsider in your own space, wherein you might have a desire to travel, or you might feel that you do not belong, because that is a resonance which you're bringing from your past life. So understand this, that you have been a traveler or nomad in one of your lifetimes, not the immediate one, in one of your lifetimes. And that's that's the energy you bring forward into this lifetime. And I feel in this lifetime, travel is mostly inward than outward. Yeah, you are trying to understand your own uh, subconscious self. That's the journey you are on. When I look at all these cards, it's such beautiful cards. Now let's see what the animal spirit has to tell us. Beautiful. Wolf spirit. Turn knowledge into wisdom. So whenever wolf spirit comes, it simply means you're on your path. That's the one sentence meaning of this card, because this this wolf has attained wisdom with a lot of hardships and a lot of the spirit has you've paid your debt, you've paid your karma to society, you have learned your lessons by not by just sitting in one place, but actually paying your debt. So once you have learned your lessons, it has turned knowledge into wisdom. And that is why whenever this card comes, it's like you are on your path, you are on your destiny path. And that's the right way for you to be. Lovely. And now the power of love says acceptance. You are ready to release control of situations or people and lovingly embrace the rhythm of life. So both these cards have one thing in common. Like this person, this wolf spirit says you have gone through trials and tribulations in your life and you have come to a stage of wisdom where you have learned to accept yourself, right? And also the acceptance card, when it comes, it also says the same thing, that you learn to accept things in life and not fight them. That is its own kind of nirvana is happening in your life, and that's your life path, that's your journey, that's your purpose in this lifetime, to come to a stage of acceptance that we make mistakes, people make mistakes, but things have to be harmonious around us. That is the most important thing. We are not judging. You are not somebody who sits in judgment of people. That's very beautiful energy that you have. The Akashic Tarot, wow, King of Roses. It's another King of Cups. It's another King of Cups. So you've got King of Cups twice in the reading. So you are highly creative. You are extremely sensitive, very psychic. Your energies are something which attracts people, and they feel that they can come and tell them what is in their heart. You are like a counselor. You are like a teacher. You are like a guru to people around you, who feel that when they come to you, they are safe. There's a feeling of safety that you give out to all those who are around you. Beautiful. And then, as I said, your psychic abilities are also very powerful. So you are helping people. Even the King of Cups is also a healer. So you are helping people heal their issues. That's what you have been doing. So that means you are attracting many wounded souls towards yourself. So if you have ever wondered why so many people come to me with problems, well, now you know, right? The Wisdom of Oracle says, imagine. Beautiful card. So this is also a very, very creative card. As I said, you might be doing something creative in your life, apart from healing and apart from being there to help people, but also in your regular 9 to 5. But I feel most of you are not doing like 9 to 5. As I said, you are doing things which are close to your heart. You might be in doing some sort of a creative work. But when this card come, imagine it. It simply means that write down what you want, and universe will grant your wishes. So you can be scribbing, you should write down, create a journal, write down and be very specific about what you want, and your wishes will be granted, because you are a very good manifester of desires as well, with such a high psychic energy, with such strong intuition. Your manifestation power is also very, very strong, my dear group number 2. So if you have ever doubted it, try it out. I would suggest all those who are watching this, start writing a journal. Start writing and start mentioning, asking spirit what you want. With the blessings of the wolf spirit and both the King of Cups as well as the High Priestess, I am very, very sure that those wishes will be granted. That it will come to fruition, and it might just surprise you, right? What all you are capable of doing, because I do feel many of you who are watching this are also not aware of their own spiritual awakening. because this is a life path, this is a life purpose, this is what is going to happen. So there is a lot of spiritual awakening which is going to happen for you, my dear friends. And there are a lot of people that you'll be helping in your lifetime, and a lot of good karma you'll be creating. So beautiful. So beautiful. So this is it for you, my dear group number 2. I hope the reading resonated. Do let me know in the comment sections what you feel about it. And remember to like, share, and subscribe to my channel. And also know that the best way to encourage free readings on YouTube is to like them and subscribe. Right? Thank you for your time. Have a good day. Now let's move on to group number 3. Hello friends, all those who chose group number 3 in this beautiful stone, pink stone, this is your reading. I'm keeping it here so that you can see it. So first we are going to check the tarot cards to figure out what is your life purpose, what spirit wants you to know, and why are you here, what is your karmic path, what you need to do, what are your triggers. Let's figure out all the details which will come in these tarot cards, and then we will also look into your oracle cards, right? So let's begin. So reading begins with 8 of Pentacles. Very hardworking. Group number 3, you are very hardworking people. 2 of Pentacles. In the reverse, another pentacle, which is a 4 of Pentacles. All right. One more pentacle, 10 of Pentacles. You've drawn the maximum pentacles so far, my dear. Group number 3. Group number 1 and 2 didn't have so many. I think they hardly had any pentacles. We have the Magician, 5 of Swords, 3 of Cups, 3 of Wands, and we have the Queen of Swords. All right. So I can straight away say the predominant energy of this group is about manifesting things, manifesting things in 3D. That means you're working hard at building your foundation. You could be actually working as in construction field, or some kind of a financial field, because so many pentacles are telling me that either you are in construction, building, somebody who's a builder, interior decorator, or somebody who is into finance and banking, right? So that has been your karmic path. But whatever you are doing, you really work hard at it. You are a very hardworking person. But what happens is that you are not able to handle multiple projects at one go. So that means you have to handle multiple projects, and that's where you feel that you're losing your footing. So that's when you feel a little shaky and shaken when many things happen together. So you're very fixed in your way, the way you want to do things. You're very, there is a, when I see these cards, I feel that people who are very ritualistic. When I say ritualistic, I don't mean that you get up in the morning and you do your prayers and you do your yoga and you do all that stuff. Maybe you do that too. But when I say ritualistic in real life, that you like a set pattern doing things, and when that pattern is shifted, that's when things become wobbly for you. That's when you are not able to handle them that well. So if things are working, the way you have foreseen it, because you are I can also see with the Magician and with the Queen of Swords that you're very good in planning things. You use all your resources really well. You put things in place and people in perspective. You're very good at doing all that, and that's one of your strengths. And also with these 2 threes, which we have 3 of Cups and we have 3 of Wands, I see that a lot of growth will happen in your you will see a lot of success, my dear group number 3. I feel of all the 3 groups that I have seen, I feel you will see a lot of material success in life, and you will also see a lot of growth. But this will come to you with a lot of association. So maybe many of you who are watching are in some sort of a business or some sort of partnership, but there is a lot of there are group energies coming together. for things to work out for you, and these are good group energies. So you function well in group energies, though you are also very stubborn and ritualistic in the way you do things, but you do well in group energies as well. That also I can say and see. But still, there is a lot of conflict and struggle that you go through. You strive to strike a balance between your, balance in your life. That's one thing that you've been, you really try to do or want to do or need to do. You need to create harmony in your life. You need to create a sort of balance, because I feel with this Five of Swords, there's a lot of chaotic energy also surrounding you, and you don't like this chaos. You are not somebody who will grow in chaos. You're somebody who might just let it go in chaos. So there are two different kind of people. Who there's some people who thrive on chaos, and there are some people who don't. So you are one of those people who do not thrive on chaos, and you want things to be the way they're traditionally done, which is all right, which is fine. So you need to find that harmony in your life. That's one of the um, and that has to come with how to handle people and situations, how to handle people in the personal space with the Three of Cups, and also in the professional space with the Three of Wands. So that's the trigger, that's the challenge which I can see in your cards. Otherwise, these are very beautiful cards of manifestation. There's a lot of clarity, and I see also that you are a very intelligent person. You don't let emotions stand in your way. You're not somebody who will, you're very practical and you're very logical. You're not somebody who's very emotional. Maybe that's the part of your life which you need to focus and develop on. You need to be a little more softer in dealing with situation and dealing with things, because that's what's creating a lot of disharmony in your life. Because I do not see a lot of cups, or I don't see a lot of softer energies here. And one thing more with this Ten of Pentacles, I want to say that you are also in for a lot of inheritance. That's also one of your karmic paths. Yeah, so you will be getting inheritance. Good luck. That's always nice to know, right? And there is a lot of balance. There's a lot of stream. You need to have your life very streamlined. That's what I'm seeing from these cards. And I do see a lot of growth. I do see a lot of material success for you. But I also am getting a feeling that you need to be working on your spiritual self as well, because that's something which is lacking in these cards. But I see a lot of growth and a lot of hard work. So let's see what more cards have to tell us, right? So this is the past life tarot from Doreen Virtue. So this might throw some insight into how you feel about certain things in your life. So let's see what it has to say. Wars and battles. All right. So this is a card of conflict. So it could be that maybe in one of your lifetimes you've been a soldier and you have fought many battles, actually physically fought battles. And what has that done? It could do two things. As I said, you must have been a soldier. That's why you like ritualistic things, because soldiers don't like changes. They don't handle changes very well. They follow orders. They follow direction. So that's what you like to do in this lifetime. You like to have set things. You are very stubborn about it as well. But what this energy is bringing into your life is, either you are avoiding conflicts, so you try to be a pacifist, or there's a lot of inner aggression and it has to be channelized. So see what resonates. But I do feel that for you, it comes down in bits and spurts. You are aggressive sometimes, and most of the time, you want to let things be, because you are very focused on your own growth. You're very focused on the material plane, on your work, on your business, whatever it is that you're doing. You're very, very hardworking and very focused on how things have to move forward in your life. But this energy is at the background. This feeling of anger or frustration or trying to avoid fights. So see what resonates about this card with you, because this is the energy which you're bringing forward from your past life. right? Now, let's see what the wisdom of Oracle has to tell us. Higher power. Look, I'm telling you, your purpose is also involved around um, cultivating your spiritual belief, spiritual self, because that's what I feel is lacking in the tarot. And it's there. You are not just uh, you don't want to accept it, but this is something which you will do later in life, or maybe you're on this path, getting in touch with your with our higher self, getting in touch with our spiritual self, so that, and believing, when we get in touch with a higher power, it creates a lot of belief and trust, because you have to know that we don't do everything right. We try our best and then we leave it to the universe. You do try your best. You are so hardworking. You do try your best with all these pentacles that we have here, and also with the Queen of Swords. I don't know whether I can hold all the cards together. So you do try your best, but you need to cultivate the belief that a universe knows best, and what's best for you will come to you, and that's the belief which will be cultivated in some time, if it is not already there, since the card has come, and that's your karmic path. You have to cultivate it, and that will happen, my dear group number 3. Now let's see what the animal spirit has to tell us. It says peacock spirit, and it has come upside down. So you are, when it comes upside down, it says that even if you are not very, you're not a show off person. When the peacock spirit comes straight, it means somebody who can just dance in the rain and, you know uh, give a damn about how things are happening, and they show their brilliance easily to others. But for you, since there's so many pentacles there, it's a slow, you are a slow burn. Things happen slowly, and you don't like to show your true self to people. You don't like to share your joy, your sorrow, your happiness, anything. You don't like to share it very easily with people, and you might just share it with a select few. You might have a close knit circle of friends with whom you're comfortable with, and you just show it to them, which is okay, which is fine. But what peacock spirit is telling you is that you need to share your joy. You need to share your brilliance with others, because it is inspiring. You are an inspiring person. It inspires them to join your team. So that's what it does. So that's what it is telling. Do not hide away, do not shy away from your own brilliance. Just show it to the world. And even if you want to show it to a select few people, you need to be expressive, right? If you do not express, they don't come to know. They don't come to know. Everybody is not a psychic. And even if you are a psychic, you need validation, right? So that's what this card is telling. Now let's see what the Akashic Tarot is saying. Beautiful Archangel Gabriel. And look, one thing more. This is also number 3. And we have 2 3s already here. 3 of Cups and 3 of Wands. So when and 3 is the number of Mercury, it's the number also of communication. So when Archangel Gabriel comes, it says you have a great you have a great destiny, or you have a great karma in communication. So maybe many of you here are writers in some form or the other, maybe you should be writing, because Gabriel is the archangel of communication, as I said, and it helps people communicate. It clears their path for communication, and it's also a very creative energy, creative as far as communication is concerned. So you need to work on this energy of yours if you're not already, because, and also all those who have drawn this, they can also pray to Archangel Gabriel for having clarity in life. This will, since he has come in your reading, he or she, because they don't have a gender, angels don't have a gender. So since he has come in your reading, I suggest that you pray to Archangel Gabriel and ask clarity and guidance from him, and he will surely show you the way. Beautiful. And now the last card, Harmony. This is the Power of Love Tarot. And it says you are able to feel a loving, balanced connection with everything. So this harmony needs to be cultivated. Well, what I mean by that is how it has to be cultivated. We need to understand that we do not have the control over the chaos which could be around us, or people who are around us, or situations that we are in. We have no control over it sometimes, but we can always have control over our reactions to things, and we can always decide how we want to handle those situations, and that will create harmony. And that's what you need to aim for, my dear group number 3, creating harmony with your life, in your life, with love and compassion. Right, so this has been a very beautiful reading. I'm sure that people who have chosen this pile are doing some sort of a work, and they are very much focused, and they are working hard at it. And it has to do with, maybe to do with property, or to do with finances. And as Archangel Gabriel has come, it can also be to do with finances. What you need to cultivate, my dear group number 3, is your belief and trust in the higher self. You have to understand that you do not have to do everything, is not your burden, and you can't do everything. So know your strengths, know your limits, and that will open beautiful doors for you. So this is it, my dear group number 3. This is your reading. I hope it resonated. Do let me know in the comment sections how you found the reading. And remember to like, share, and subscribe to my channel. And also, the best way to encourage free readings on YouTube is to like and subscribe. So please go ahead and hit that icon, right? Thank you for your time. Now let's move on to group number 4. Hello, my friends, all those who have chosen group number 4 and this beautiful green stone. This is your reading. I'll place it here where you can see it. So today we are going to see what is your karmic path, what is your life purpose, what are you meant to do in this lifetime, what are you doing on planet Earth, to put it clearly, what are your triggers and what you need to look into more closely. So let's begin. So first I'm going to read your tarot card, and then I'm going to look at the oracle cards to give us more depth into the reading. So let's begin. Wow, you began the reading with Ace of Pentacles. We have Ace of Cups, Three of Pentacles, Chariot. Let's see if you can see all the cards. I'll put them a little down. Yeah, they're visible. Chariot, Queen of Swords, 10 of Pentacles, and 9 of Pentacles. Wow, you have both. You've got, like, in 7 cards, you've got 4 Pentacles. So clearly, my dear group number 4, your life purpose involves around creating stability in your life. In one sentence, that's what I'll say: creating financial and material stability in your life. And all those who have chosen this pile, they can also look into pile number 3, because there are a lot of themes which are repeating here. There are a lot of repeating cards which we have got in pile number 3 as well, right? So I would suggest look at both the piles. So maybe something useful, you can figure out. So yeah, so I do feel that there is a lot of with all these cards, there is a lot of happiness and support that you feel in your physical plane, right? Because 3 of Pentacles is, there's something which you are very good at. There are the cards of we have the beginning energies, which we have the Ace of Pentacle and we have the Ace of Swords. So you are, in this lifetime, you have started some sort of a work or started some sort of a business, and you are very good at it. It's something which you are a master at, and it has given you a lot of financial freedom. It's given you a lot of happiness. Your work has given you a lot of peace as well. So you are at a place in this lifetime, you'll be at a place where there is a lot of prosperity around you, with 10 of Pentacles. I see a lot of prosperity. I see that you will also be traveling with the Chariot card, and I do feel that you are traveling mostly because of work, and people know you as an intelligent person. They look up to you. You inspire many people. They look up to you, and they also know you as somebody who's not just having money, but somebody who's also very sharp, somebody very intelligent, who will not take any sort of crap from anybody. So that's the kind of personality and persona that you have, not just for women, it's also for men who are watching, that that's the way your life is going to be. I see a lot of financial prosperity, but I also feel when I see both these cars together, you will not find love easily. I'm sorry. Though you don't feel very lonely, you don't feel the need of a partnership with the Nine of Pentacles. It's somebody whom people appreciate a lot, but from a distance. They don't feel that they can rise up to them. They don't feel that they can, approach them that easily. That's the energy of Nine of Pentacles, and also the Queen of Swords is also. Mostly considered somebody a woman who's alone, who is living life on her own terms. So when I see both these cards in a reading, I feel it could be male or it could be female. You have very high uh, ideals, or you have a very high expectations from the opposite gender, and you are not going to settle for less than what you want. So that's also becoming very clearly for you in the reading, that maybe finding a partner uh, with whom you can settle down is a bit of a struggle for you. It's bit of a it's not easy. It's not coming your way easily. You're not finding people whom you like or appreciate, or whom you feel a connect with that easily. I'm not saying you are not getting suitors. I'm saying suitors are not suiting you, my dear group number 4, because your ideals are too high and you're too high maintenance, right? But at the same time, you are known for your work, and you're very good in teamwork. There's a lot of team. There is also a team spirit energy that I see, but mostly you like to work for yourself, because there are pentacles around, there are aces around. So it's something. The energy of giving birth to something, some idea, some emotion, some thought process, and that is something you do it by yourself. But there is a lot of focus. You're very focused on your work. You're very focused on your financial growth. You're very focused on your material growth. Um, yeah, that's what I see for you, my dear group number 4. Now let's see what else. And also with the 10 of Pentacles, it could be that you belong to a very established family. You belong to some, very settled, well-to-do family. And of course, if that happens, then inheritance is also in the cards. You are slated to get good inheritance from your parents or from your grandparents or from some member of the family. See it how it resonates. But yeah, 10 of Pentacles also. But I feel uh, with the 10 of Pentacles, as well as also so many pentacles here, you in this lifetime has a lot of focus on money, on financial prosperity. I'm not saying you are a show off, but in your mind, that is something which is very, very important for you. I'm not saying it's right or wrong, to each his own. This is how it is for you. So it's the stability the money brings, the properties bring, the finances bring, is of prime concern to you in your karmic path. For your growth, that is very important, because I feel you feel secure and at peace. You feel confident in your own skin when you know your bank balance is good, and you're working hard towards your bank balance. This is a self-made person as well, though you have inheritance, though there is inheritance, but I do feel you're a self-made person and you have certain special skills, because this is a card of a master craftsman. You could be a builder, you could be an interior decorator, you could be an artisan, you could be anything, any kind of art form. It could be anything, because you're building things. You could be an architect, right? You have a certain set of special skills, and those skills have not gone in waste. It has helped you gain your material comfort. It has helped you gain a position in society which you really desire and aspire for. And it has also making you travel. So there are people who travel for work, and you're one of those. You're traveling for work, and you're master of your game with this Queen of Swords. You're a very high position in whatever, even if you do not have your own business or your own work, even if you're working in some other company, you are at a high position. If you are not, you will be soon. that will happen, because Queen of Swords doesn't work under anybody. She doesn't, even if she does, she's her own boss, right? So yeah, now let's see what the oracle cards have to tell us. Now this is the past life tarot from Doreen Virtue. So see what resonates, some information which will come from here. It might resonate with you and, give you some more insight about your own personality. So I'll just read it out for you. Beautiful lessons and blessings. So in this lifetime, you are here to reap the blessings of the lessons you have learned in your previous lifetimes. That's the long and short of this message. So whatever which is coming your way, because things come to you easily, you do work for it. I'm not saying you are lazy. No, neither are you lazy, nor are you complacent. You do work for it. You use your intelligence very wisely. You do use your resources very wisely, but still it comes to you more easily than it comes to others. It's like two people preparing for an exam and spending 2 hours doing it, say, and one of them gets more marks. Rather, one of them gets a 90% and the other one only is stuck at 60, or just trying to pass. So that's the kind that happens with blessings. So that means whatever you studied in those 2 hours are the questions that came in the question paper, right? One of the examples which is coming to my mind. So that's the kind of situation happens with this card, wherein we are getting blessings in this lifetime. We are here to reap the benefits and the blessings of our previous lifetimes. So you have done some good karma, my dear group number 4. And now is the time for you to reap the benefits and the rewards. So the Spirit Animal Tarot says pig spirit. Yes, it says pig spirit, and it says use your mind wisely. So this is a card which says use your intelligence. As I said, you are doing it. You are somebody who is very intelligent and who does not take any crap from anybody. You are very sharp and you are very intelligent, and that is what the pig spirit is reinstating. That, but it is also saying that use it with intuition and wisdom. Use your intuition as well. Don't just, it's good to be logical. You will not make it, just because this queen is very, very logical and you have so many pentacles, it's all about logic. Yeah, but when the pig spirit card comes, it also says use your instinct. Don't forget your instinct. Don't forget your gut instinct. We all have it. That's why it says use your mind wisely. When it says wisely, it says use your instinct. So that's what this card is guiding us to do. Now let's see. The Power of Love Tarot says peacefulness. You recognize that balance, kindness, love bring calmness to your soul. Beautiful. So when this card comes, it says that not that you are peaceful all the time, but it says that you should strive towards it, because things around you maybe can disturb you to a level that it makes you negative. Sometimes it happens to all of us, not just you. So but it might damage you, it might take you away from your path, from your journey, because you have such beautiful tarot cards, such a beautiful path and so many blessings. So when this card comes, it also is a suggestion from the spirit that you should do some sort of meditation, so that you, even if you are disturbed and things are chaotic, you come back to this stage of peacefulness much faster and much easily than the others. Because once you are at peace, prosperity will follow. Lovely. This is the Akashic Tarot, and it says Atsum. So if you can see this woman sitting here, and there are so many spirits surrounding her. Can you see the spirits surrounding her? So this is what this card is saying. You are being supported by the spirit, by the spiritual world. And when this card comes, it also says that your ancestors are helping you. This also resonates with the blessings card. So you have all the blessings that you might, universe and the spiritual world is blessing you for all the good work that you have done, and all the good work that you have done in your previous lifetimes, and you are reaping the benefits and the rewards. All you need to do is to be peaceful, right? It's so easy. You need to be peaceful. You don't need to be angry. You don't need to be chaotic. You don't need to be negative. That's your lesson that you need to learn. Oh, beautiful. This is the wisdom of the oracle. It says, no place like home. Can you see? Again, this is talking about peace. If you see, what do we feel when we reach home, when we come back home? We feel peaceful. right? So when we are at home, we are peaceful, we are trusting, we let our guard down, we are in harmony with the universe around us. So that is what you need to create if that situation is not there in your life. Because this woman is also at home in her skin. So it's about being, not being in the house physically, but it also means being at home in your own skin. That means accepting yourself the way you are, not putting any masks, just believing in the universe and being authentic. That's what this card means, that you need to be authentic. If you are not, I'm sure you are, but you need to be always authentic in your life, and that's what will always open much bigger doors for prosperity for you and give you a lot of peace and give you a lot of um, different ideas how to move forward in life. Very, very beautiful cards. I feel when you see this card of lessons and blessings, what more can we ask? We have this card and we have this card. We have Atsum, which is number 22 of Akashic Tarot. It says, all the spirits are there to help you. And when we have lessons and benefits, blessings, it says blessings from your previous lifetime. So everything, universe is conspiring to make you grow. So let it grow, let it happen. Create peacefulness in your life, create some sort of meditation, and always think positive. That's what it says. And be authentic. Be your authentic self, which I'm sure you are with the Nine of Pentacles as well as the Queen of Swords. These are very authentic women. They don't wear any masks, and neither do you, my dear group number 4. Beautiful. I feel your life is one big, beautiful, prosperous party, right? So good luck to you, my dear group number 4. This has been the best reading so far from in all the groups. I hope you enjoyed the reading. I hope it resonated. Do let me know in the comment section. And remember to like, share, and subscribe to my channel. And also, the best way to encourage free readings on YouTube is to press that subscribe button. So please go ahead and do it. Thank you for your time. Bye for now. Now let's move on to the last reading of the day, which is group number 5. So hello friends, all those who have chosen group number 5 and this beautiful stone. This is your reading. I'll place it here. This is the last reading of the day. So yeah, this is the 5th group. Now, here we are going to figure out what is your life purpose or what is your karmic path. What are your strengths, what are your weaknesses, what you need to look more deeply into, closely into, and how you can fulfill your destiny in a more easier manner. So let's see what the tarot cards have to say, and then we will look at the oracle cards, right? So let's begin. We have 9 of Cups, beautiful beginning, very confident, prosperous. Oh wow, we have 4 of Wands. Then we have the Death card, okay? Page of Cups, Strength, the Emperor, and the Well. Now this deck has 2 extra cards. One of them is the Well. All right, so now let's see what I can see here in your reading. Okay, so I feel whosoever has chosen this pile were at a have been at a very safe, comfortable, prosperous, happy stage in their lives. And I say it in the past tense. You're coming from a very comfortable, happy, prosperous, fulfilling background, wherein good family, prosperity, love, happiness, everything, and then suddenly something changed because we have the Death card right afterwards. This is a card of endings and it's also the card of transformation. So I feel many people watching this group must be feeling that their life is going, in the right manner. They have everything, what they want, what they desire. Things are going in the flow, things are going properly, things are going in the right direction, and suddenly something shifted. There is a feeling of suddenness in the spread. So when that shift is happening, so new energies and new ideas and something very creative is coming your way. So the well is a card of lot of creative ideas, lot of creative churning which happens inside the well, which is a well full of water. So creative ideas, artistic expression. So this is the card of that feeling. And also this page of cups tells us the same thing. It's a very creative page. It's the beginning of some creative project, or beginning of a new relationship also, which is very, very important and very important in your life, which is changing the course of your life. It could be relationship, it could be work. See what resonates, but you were definitely on one track, and then things shifted and you feel that you are on a different track altogether, that you are in a different path altogether, you are on a different journey altogether. Before that it was very good, and after that shift or the change or the ending happened, after the transformation happened, things are setting, it's making you more come back to your own strength, and it is making you accept things which are what can I say, which are very different from you. So you look at this maiden taming this lion, like they are also not from the same species, are they? They're also not from the same species, but they're sitting next to each other like two friends. So when I see this and I see it with the page of cups and the well card, it makes me feel that you are going to be doing things which are very alien to your nature, which are very different from you, which you have never thought before, and it's going to surprise you. So you have to be ready for being surprised, my dear group number 5. And once you're able to accept this surprise, that's when the emperor energy comes in. That's when you become rooted in your belief. That's when the structure happens in your life and the growth happens in your life, because emperor also is the card of lot of growth. This is, you see, you had number 4 in the beginning, 4 of wands, then the death came in the middle, and then in the ending also you have number 4. Now emperor is also number 4, so it is shaking your foundations and it is making it again. And this is going to be a very interesting journey while this is happening. Wow. And you are going to do things which are you're going to surprise yourself, my dear group number 5. Things are going to be surprising. That's how creative and that's how different you're going to be from your previous persona. That's I see as your karmic path, and the change is good. This is not an easy energy to go through. Whenever the death card happens, whenever the death card strikes in any of our readings, it's not an easy energy to go through, but this transformation is beautiful, and in your case it's rightly so. Imagine a caterpillar. You can't see, you see a caterpillar and you will not believe that, oh my god, it will turn out to be a beautiful butterfly, but it does, right? That's what the death card is. You will not believe the change it will bring in your life, but it is bringing those changes in your life, and these are powerful changes, and these are beautiful changes, and it is making you very empowered in yourself, because it's ultimately making you an emperor. And you can see the position of both these cards as well. He is also very comfortable and very confident, and so is this emperor, but the emperor is wiser than the 9 of cups. This is a wiser energy, so it's going to make you wiser, it's going to make you more intuitive, more intelligent. It's going to make you realize that what is your own power, because earlier things might be coming to you very easily, and it's not tested your powers, you've not tested your strength, but during the course of time in this lifetime you are going to be testing your strength. You're going to be you're going to be fighting some battles, and you're fighting it to know your own true worth. That's what's going to bring forth. It's going to bring forth your own true worth and show you your own strength, your worth and your strength. So beautiful. It's a very, very profound reading. Wow. Amazing. Now let's see what the oracle cards have to tell us. So now this is the past life tarot from Doreen Virtue. So it might bring in some insight into who you are and how you are and why you feel certain things. So let's see what this card has to say. Wow. It says imprisonment or slavery. So maybe in your previous lifetimes, you were actually physically imprisoned, or you were unable to live your life the way you wanted to live. So it could also, in some of you, create a fear of confined spaces. People are claustrophobic, and there is a reason behind it. They might not know it consciously, but in subconscious mind, there is a reason behind it, that we might have been imprisoned in a small space for a long time in one of their previous lifetimes. So that could have happened. This could also, when this energy comes, it also makes you very makes you a champion of the underdog. You might be somebody who really want to help people who are suffering, and you are drawn towards them. You fight. You like to fight for their rights. And also, it could mean that there is a term called Stockholm syndrome, wherein we start to like or love our own. Somebody who is torturing us, somebody who is giving us pain, we start liking that person. So that can also be one of the things. You might get into a victim mentality. So you need to be very careful of that. And I would suggest, if you know if it's possible for you to do past life regression, you have to release these energies, and that can be done if that's possible, right? But that's if you're having those feelings of fear of confinement, feeling more drawn towards the underdog, or not finding fault with the perpetrators of somebody, if somebody is trying to hurt you, or getting into a victim mentality, then this is the card for you. That's because of the imprisonment or slavery which you went through in one of your previous lifetimes, and that's the energy you're bringing forth in this one. Now let's see what the animal spirit has to tell us. Wow, coyote spirit, trust in divine detours. So that is what your karmic path is all about, divine detours. So you were on one path and suddenly you are on the another one, and what you knew, what was tried and tested, is not there anymore, and you have to learn new skills. That's what the coyote spirit is saying. It's very very it can be very difficult, or it can be very strange. Yeah, suddenly we are doing one thing and now we have to learn new skills to do something else. That's what the spirit is saying. But do not worry, when this card comes, it says all roads lead to your own divine growth. In whichever way you are, understand and remember that you are meant to be there. It was already ordained for you to be in that path, or for you to be on that road, for you to be doing those things. It was already ordained. That's what the coyote spirit is telling us. Amazing. All right. Now, the power of love oracle says present. And that is the most difficult thing to do, to be in the present. It says you live in the moment and are able to bring forth the energies of love in your current circumstances. So when this card appears, it is actually asking us to be in the present, which is, I understand, the most difficult thing to do. Sometimes we are scared, we are angry about the past, and we are scared about the future, or we are excited about the future, but we are never in the present, are we? So you need to encourage this energy in your life to be in the present, because things in your life, my dear group number 5, are going to shift, and you need to be present. You need to be there to handle that shift. If you are busy in your past or lost in your future, then you will lose the train. You will not be on the train, right? So you need to be in the present. That's the warning. The love power of love oracle is giving, and it can be done. That's your journey. That's your karma. You need to, and that happens when we develop some sort of a meditation, develop some sort of rituals in our life, and yeah, increase our own psychic abilities, right? So now let's see what the Akashic Tarot has to say. It says 4 of forces, but it has come out upside down. So autumn is here and then spring is here. So what it means is you will reap your benefits. Spring is the harvest time, right? So you will reap your harvest, but you need to do some work before that. Maybe you might feel sometimes that you need to work harder than the others, but that is it. Once you put the work in place, you will be reaping your rewards. It's not that it's denied to you. It could be delayed, but it's not denied, because as we can see, there is a lot of detour happening in your karmic path. You are on you're going one way, and then your just car is turning. You have to take another road. And the wisdom of the tarot says a leg up. Wow, this is a beautiful energy to have. It says that we have support, that we have help around us. We are not alone. Somebody is there to give you a leg up. So that's what the wisdom of the tarot is saying. So you are not alone. There is help around you. You will get your guidance. You will find your way. You just need to be patient, and you just need to be present and accept the change which is coming your way. That is what the chaotic spirit is also saying, and that's what the death card is saying. The more accepting of change you can be or you can become, and more in present that you are, which brings you more towards the present, more successful and peaceful your life will be, because there is a lot of success I see for you with the Emperor card. So it's not all going to be in vain. And of course, with the autumn, with the Four of Forces, it says you are going to reap your rewards, you're going to reap your harvest, but it's going to take some time. You need to put in more effort. You need to get into more details, which is all right. As I said, it might be delayed, but it's not denied, my dear group number 5. So that is it for you, my dear group number 5. I hope the reading resonated. Please let me know in the comment section how you found the reading. And please remember to like, share, and subscribe to my channel. And remember, when you subscribe, that's how you encourage free readings on YouTube, right? Thank you for your time. Good luck. Bye-bye.